Alright, so I'm cruising down to my place of employment to pick up a little bit more juice before I go on vacation, because we're getting ready to head out of town, out of state, I guess. But for those of you that don't know, I do vape, and we call the e-liquid juice. It's kind of a slang term for it, in case you give a fuck. That said, I'm shooting down there, close in about 37 minutes, so I should have plenty of time to go in there. I already know what I want. But I'm getting ready to go to Kentucky. Jamestown, Kentucky. We're going to be staying at the Jamestown Resort, which I think is also a part of it, or at least touching Jamestown Marina. And it's out there on Lake Cumberland. It's really nice. I've been out there before, but I'm kind of on the struggle bus. I'm trying to figure out a way to like safely bring my motorcycle. And I was thinking about throwing it in the bed of the truck, and I had gotten my hands on a set of ramps that were supposed to be rated for 1,250 pounds. Now, that said, and I'm sure they probably are rated to 1,250 pounds, but when you bust it open, if you actually look at the instructions, which was a struggle for me because I don't like to do that, but I was just kind of looking at capacity, you know, load-bearing things and seeing what it can or can't handle to see if I was going to be able to do this safely or not. Because I'd already done a couple kind of test runs. First, I laid it on like a 6x6 plank. Just the ramp itself on a 6x6 plank is like an edge. Just set it. Holy fuck. Probably heard that in the helmet. I don't know what the hell that was, but I'm glad I'm wearing a helmet. But anyways, I had set it on that 6x6 plank, and I was riding my bike up and down it a little bit. Obviously, I wasn't like riding over it because I would have bottomed out on the plank. But I was just kind of riding up it and then coasting back down it backwards. And it had a lot of flex in it. But I was like, you know, okay, it's welded aluminum. Flex is expected. I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the old truck and see how it acts then. So I get it up on the truck, the ramps, put a little safety straps on it so it doesn't kick out from under the bike or anything. And as I'm getting it up there, like, it is a hell of an incline. I didn't measure it to see like how high my tailgate is off of like the flat surface ground, but just having a 6-foot ramp on that thing, like I was like tippy-toeing when I was at, I would assume, the maximum angle that it was going to end up at without actually going into the truck. But I was tippy-toeing just trying to keep the bike stable at that point, and it was getting crunchy. I think there's a bug in my helmet, I can't tell, but it was getting kind of crunchy and crackly, and that was making me extremely nervous, because I'm not in a financial position to replace this motorcycle whatsoever. I couldn't if I wanted to. So I'm trying to do my best to take care of it, maintain it, you know, proper oil changes, tire pressure, all that jazz, so I don't have some sort of catastrophic failure. So obviously I'm trying to be extra careful trying to load this thing. I'm pretty sure this bug's in my helmet. I don't want to have a catastrophic failure trying to load this thing and just get royally fucked out of my moto vlogs, because without this, they are non-existent. They would be truck vlogs, I guess, which I don't know if those would be as entertaining. So getting it up on there was extremely sketchy, and even the angle that it sat at, because my truck sat a little higher, and it's not even lifted or anything, it's just a 2015 GMC 1500, so whatever the standard height of that is off the ground with the tailgate and everything, like the 6-foot ramps was a pretty high pitch, so without somebody standing on the top of the ramps, they were just shoving up into the truck because it was such a severe angle. So I ended up getting rid of those ramps. I'm just trying to figure out a way to bring my damn bike, man. Because like I said, I've been down there before, and there's some really nice twisties out there. You know, find some corners and just kind of cruise them. And there, at least when I was there before, there wasn't a whole lot of traffic. So I wouldn't have to worry too much about somebody, you know, coming around a blind corner and being in my lane as I'm getting low. Well, as low as I can for being on a cruiser, I guess. Obviously, I'm not dragging knee, more like dragging peg, but still be some fun turns to hit, and, you know, a little bit higher rate of speeds. I think it'd be a nice environment, and obviously get some different scenery to upload onto YouTube too. I think that would be really cool. And who knows, you know, maybe there's somewhere really cool to ride down there that I'm just not familiar with, because obviously I'm not from Kentucky, but there could be, you know, a really nice area to ride, or just a great section of turns somewhere. Or maybe some sightseeing that's just a little more easily accessible or more fun to go see on a bike. and obviously fuel efficiency. So now I'm even contemplating like riding down to Kentucky, which is going to be interesting because the other people we're going with are going to be in a GMC Envoy. And yeah, it's an SUV, but it's not exactly the most spacious thing for 4 people's luggage, basically, with a week's worth of clothing and shampoos and razors, whatever the hell else anybody else is going to bring. I'm going to bring like a pair of jeans and a pair of shorts, a couple pairs of boxers, a couple pairs of socks, and a few shirts. I'll wear the same pair of jeans for 2 weeks. I don't really give a damn. But as long as I have something to swim in, something to go out on the boat in, I don't really care. That's kind of my end game goal. So I'm contemplating riding down there. But then it'd be smashing 3 people into that Envoy. 4 people's worth of stuff. And I mean, we're talking fishing poles, all the tackle gear, you know. Everybody has their own tackle box because everybody likes their own little things. And obviously we could cut down on some of that, but when you have something that works for you and you like the way it works, you want to keep using it. This guy's going extremely slow. You just got to use what works for you and what you enjoy using, just like anything else in life. So nobody wants to relinquish some of that just because I don't want to drive a vehicle and I don't want to put that on them. So I guess I'd be the one cutting down on what I bring, since I'm the one kind of causing the issue with space consumption, since obviously my saddlebags don't exactly hold a whole lot, and they're already kind of full with just everyday carry stuff, you know, tools, extra headlight bulb just in case shit, extra gloves, glasses, stuff like that. And, you know, I probably blew some people away with the whole extra headlight thing. You got to think about that for a second. You're on a motorcycle, and unless you have, you know, some of those accessory like tri-light things or whatever the hell they're called, I don't know what they are, but unless you have something like that, if your headlight goes out in the middle of the night, what are you gonna do, bro? Seriously, I'd love for you to drop down in the comments and tell me what you're gonna do in that situation. You're gonna tape a flashlight to the top of your headlight and just hope for the best? Like, even if you can see what you're doing, that's a really good way to get hit. So I do keep an extra headlight in there. And obviously that's way off topic from where we started, but if you've been watching any of these, you already know that that's how this kind of goes. We jump all over the fucking place with our topics and just cruise and enjoy the weather that we got going on here, because it is extra nice out today. Extra nice. It'd be a lot nicer if we would accelerate at the green lights, but pick and choose your battles. It's nice out. I'm not getting poured on stuck behind slow traffic. So, as Baker X Derek, give it the old cheer. But I really want to take my motorcycle to Kentucky. Not only for motovlog footage, like I definitely plan on recording other stuff. Like obviously we're going to be out there on the boat doing some fishing. I doubt that I'll record any fishing stuff. I don't think anybody wants to see me cast a pole. Like I've already deviated from what my channel started as originally quite a bit, because obviously I was just like strictly a gaming channel. And now I'm gone for a while, come back to moto vlogs. Like, yeah, it's YouTube and I get to do what I want, but I don't want to alienate any of my subscribers that are even still getting my videos in their sub box. Which leads me to my next topic, that there's a little bell. And I'll try to like get a Gaiazo and throw it on the screen like right here, right about now, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But there's a little bell towards the bottom right corner of where you'd be watching the video, both on mobile and I'm pretty sure on desktop as well. And you can click that. That way you get alerts every time I have a video that goes live, or every time, you know, I've got a video that gets uploaded. That way you know that I'm actually getting videos out. Because there's so many people like that I've come into contact with that are like, oh shit, you're uploading again, cool, I didn't know. Like, yeah, I get that I'm just now recently back into it. That said, you know, it's been at least a weekish, maybe it's probably been about 2 weeks now that I've been uploading again, which you think it'd be hitting more sub boxes. And I get, like I said, I've probably alienated some of my other subscribers because they want strictly COD content, or at least gaming content of some sort. And now I'm doing moto vlogs. I get that. I get that everybody's not going to come back and be like, you know, just wide open arms. Come on, bro, we totally got you situation. I don't expect to be accepted like that. Like, I'll get new subs if that's not what you guys want to watch. I'm not saying I want you guys to go anywhere, but I'm not going to force any sort of content down your face hole that you don't want to watch. I get it if you don't want to watch that. That's fine. Just don't watch my videos. Like, I'm not going to be mad at you. I secretly will go home and cry and like touch myself with my own tears and think about the good times we used to have when you used to watch my videos. But I'm not going to be mad at you. And again, I've just strayed completely off topic again and have no idea where I was going with that. But like I said, I don't want to alienate anybody, but I mean, I'll get new subscribers that want to watch my current content. That's fine. And as long as somebody's enjoying it, I'll keep putting it on YouTube. So, you know, toss down in the comments. Let me know if you want to see any changes to like camera angles or how I'm editing these, if you want to see that change. If you like the longer videos, shorter videos. If you just want to see, you know, maybe get a video once a week or once a month where somebody pisses me off, like royally pisses me off based off of their lack of driving skills. And then I do what I did with the idiot driver who runs and hides at the jail, which, believe it or not, that 4.5 minute video took me like 3.5, 4 hours to edit, and it doesn't look like I did anything to it. So, and I have no problem doing that either. But just the consistency with the uploads would be lacking. Whereas as long as I at least have something to talk about, I can upload these moto vlogs. And even if I'm ranting about what would essentially be nothing, it's still something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was about to get all J-Rock on you from having a giant brain fart right now. Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, Trailer Park Boys. You know what I'm saying? Great show. You should definitely recommend watching it. Anyways, I would love some advice to how I'm going to get my motorcycle to Kentucky in like a day or two, depending on when this gets uploaded. You know, toss it my way. I'm open to ideas. I've even kind of looked at motorcycle U-Haul trailers, but I'm on a tight financial rope. And it's not a good situation to be in with me wanting to do the things that I want to do. I hate this gravel right here. It's so bad. And I'm sure it'd be way out of my price range anyways. But I know some places, I'm pretty sure even like Harley dealerships will like rent motorcycles to you while people are on vacation. And just out of pure stupid curiosity, even though I know I wouldn't be able to afford that, because I have like $50 in the bank right now. But just out of curiosity, I was looking to see what the closest Harley dealership would be from Jamestown, Kentucky. And from my Google foo, as Grim Green would say, yeah, I'm throwing all kinds of references in here, and it's probably going whoop over so many people's heads just because I'm bouncing from TV shows to other YouTubers to vape YouTubers. It's a fucking mess. But I just had another brain fart. Yeah, come on out, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on out. But I looked up to see where the closest Harley dealership was going to be from where I was. And I want to say it was like an hour and a half or 2.5 hours from where I'll be staying. So I'm sure I'd be looking at like a 6-hour trip further south from where we're going to even rent a bike. So then I'd have to get somebody else to like drive me down there. Because I sure as hell don't think they'll be delivering it to me. Be like, hey, yeah, we'll totally drive like 3 hours out of our way to bring you this motorcycle, and we'll let you rent it for like $1 for the week, since that's all you can afford because you're a scumbag. So like I said, I'm definitely open to ideas as to, should I just deal with it? Like, it's going to rain when we leave. I know it's supposed to be raining when we leave, and I don't, like I said, I don't care if I get wet. I just don't like working all day when I get wet. The downfall is I don't know how much footage I'll get on the way down there riding there, since I have a hole in the side of my GoPro mount for my mic cord. I mean, I could use my other little case and throw that bitch on my helmet, but there wouldn't be any vocals from me, at least, that I would assume you'd be able to hear. There's a lot of hay flying off this thing. Like, net that shit. I could probably cut that on them, but I'm not gonna. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna be a responsible adult and not get up to like 90 miles an hour to pass this guy. But yeah, I'm definitely open to ideas. I'd love to be able to take the bike down there. I'm trying to figure out a way. Mainly, I just want to be able to ride down there. Like, I don't even care whose bike it is, man. Like, it doesn't even have to be my bike. I just want to go hit some twisties, bruh. Hit them twisties. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and enjoy some corners, because like all of my routes, as most of you clearly already know, like for the typical places that I go, like work, and that other place that I go, work. Oh, and then there's that other place where I go, which is also work. But it's just a bunch of straight roads, and I'm like, I feel like that's eventually going to get semi-boring to the people that are watching my content that I upload. I'd like to be able to go in, you know, an unfamiliar area, not only to me. Obviously, I'm going to scope it out a little bit before I get reckless. Make sure there's no weird debris in certain corners before I go out there, you know, hitting corners at 60, 70 miles an hour. But I'd like to get some different scenery for you guys to be able to watch. And obviously, something else for me to enjoy too. Like, that's the whole process of me doing what I'm doing, is I'm doing something that I enjoy, and then you guys get to watch me enjoy it, and hopefully it would in turn be enjoyable for you as well, because I'm having a good time. I've discussed that in some of my previous videos. Like, if I'm having a bad time, like, unless it's just hilarious because I'm getting dicked, like, if I'm having a bad time, then it's not going to be nearly as good content. And I should have cut through the parking lot so I wasn't sitting behind this hay machine here. I don't think I'm covered in a bunch of shit. I don't really care anyways. It's just hay or straw. So somebody in the comments is going to correct me. They're going to be like, no, you flipping moron. That's straw, bro. Do you even know what hay is? And I'm going to be like, bro, it's a bale of dead grass that you probably would feed to cows, or that I would sit on next to a fire. That's the extent of my knowledge that I need to know about those. Until I start working on a farm, it does not need to be in my vocabulary. But I guarantee somebody's gonna be like, you are an idiot. That is very obviously, you can tell by the color and the way that the twine is wrapped around the bale that is clearly straw, and you've been calling it hay. And you're an idiot. And you should probably kill yourself or drink bleach or something, is what they'll tell me. And that's when I'm going to get the shot glasses out and just hit it. But I'm like 2 blocks from the shop. Let's see what time it is here. Since we're going to be here for a minute, I'm sure. Yeah, I have 19 minutes to make it 2 blocks, so I'm not even in a rush now. To get one last little juice run supply before I head out of state. Because I'm not trying to get any sketchy juice that I don't trust. Because at Indie E-Cigs, all of our stuff is USA blended and USA manufactured. You see what I'm saying? Safety first. As all of you know, that's how I live my life. But for the millionth time, toss down in the comments. I'm open to ideas as to any changes you guys might want on the channel. If you want the longer videos, shorter videos, I'll record pretty much whatever. I don't really mind. I just like getting out and cruising as long as I can, that the season will safely allow. And I would also really like to take my motorcycle, so I'm open to ideas on that. Have you used a U-Haul trailer before and you were like, oh yeah, this is a great experience, I'll do this again? Let me know. Because I am open to any outside advice in this situation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little vlog. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And assuming you can see my thumb here. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will continue to keep uploading content that I enjoy, and hopefully you guys enjoy as well. So until next time, guys, shiny side up.